welcome back from the break. It is still the Pro Sport Analysis Show, and we are looking at the FA Cup quarterfinals. This is the oldest cup competition, national cup competition in the world, and it has a lot of history, when it comes to the FA Cup. The current holders are Manchester City, and this season they are still in the league, progressing to the quarterfinal. We also have Manchester United in the midst. We have Liverpool, we have Newcastle, we have Chelsea. And so you can tell that this season's quarterfinal is actually juicy, and we have a lot of the top teams in there. We also have some teams from the championship side. We have Conventry, also repping in here. We have Leicester also repping in here, and we shall be taking a look into these matches to see, which teams will be able to progress to the semi-finals of the competition and even progress to win the title. So starting off with the biggest match among them coming off this weekend, that is the match between Manchester United and Liverpool. Liverpool are coming in here wanting to win the title because they're actually targeting the quadruple, and if they will be able to do that, then of course they will have to win this one too. But they are coming against an opponent who is actually an old rival. They've met about 14 times, and on all these occasions, Man United have actually won 10 times. So you can tell that, of course, when it comes to the FA Cup, Man United is no small team at all. They are the team which has actually, appeared in this competition about 48 times, and that is a record. They are the team which has done that the most. So going into this one, Manchester United versus Liverpool at Old Trafford. How do you see the game?
Okay, thank you very much. So once again, it's going to be a very interesting game to watch at Old Trafford. The only thing that gives Manchester United an advantage is the fact that they are playing at home, where the fans will be there to support them and give their all. But the players would have to do a yeoman's job.
Okay.
Bringing their A game. Because Liverpool have been able to field youngsters against Manchester City team, and they've been able to get a draw, a decent result, a draw.
Yeah.
They are trying as hard as they can to win all the trophies, not for anything, just for their coach.
Yeah.
That thing is a very big motivating factor. Klopp has done a lot for them. So whatever they do, they have Klopp at their back. The players have Klopp at the back of their minds.
Yeah.
I'm going to win this for my coach. So the momentum that they are coming with is huge.
Yeah.
FA Cup is one of the oldest trophies, as you rightly said.
Yeah.
So it is something that the old heads in football in England, they put a lot of their heart into. FA Cup.
Sure.
They will prefer the FA Cup to Champions League because it is dear to them. It's been there with them since. So it's dear to them. Manchester United have been able to win 12 times. Yeah. But Arsenal is leading with like 14 trophies. And then Liverpool have won it 8 times. Yeah. So you know that these two teams are no visitors, are no new people to the FA Cup. Sure. When it comes to the FA Cup, they are going to go in, are going to give their all. I'm just hoping that the 12th man or the 11th man or the spectators, the X factor will be the spectators fans. Will be the X factor to cheer Manchester United on to be able to beat Liverpool. But it is highly unlikely that Manchester United will be able to win against this Liverpool squad. Okay. With the momentum, with the hunger that they are exhibiting in recent days. Yeah. No Manchester United player is exhibiting such hunger. Okay. The desire to win. Okay. The desire to actually chase for balls, get the 50-50 balls, go on tackles. No Manchester United currently. Wow. Yeah. So I feel that the mentality for the Liverpool players entering into this game will play a key role. Okay. Yes, in them winning. But if anything happens, I'm praying for a miracle for United. Because we are also looking for a trophy. Okay. This season. Otherwise, our season will be very abysmal. Yeah. So if I'm praying for a miracle. Okay. But when you place all cards on the table, logically, it's supposed to be a Liverpool win.
Okay. All right. So Liverpool targeting the trophy, and they'll be doing their best in this one to actually nail it so that, it still puts their title, how do you call it, their quadruple hopes high. Manchester United played in the final last season against Manchester City. And so they progressing in this one to the quarterfinal tells you that at least they have a history of it. They can do it again, you understand. And when it comes to such competitions, because it's more of a knockout competition, it's not like the league where you are just playing the matches and then at the end of the season, your points tally is what actually makes you the winner. This one is a one-off game. You understand? The semi-finals are one-off game, and Man U has the advantage of playing at home. To Liverpool, who is no new, rival to them. They know Liverpool and how they played. They play, in this season, they faced off twice already, having a goalless draw in their last match. Coming into this one, how do you think, your coach will set up his team to counter the highly spirited Liverpool that we are having right now?
All right, so thank you very much for the question. So, as you rightly said, currently, when we compare forms this season, Liverpool, are on top form compared to Manchester United. But we are talking about the FA Cup, which you cannot, take out Manchester United. Because they have won it, as Leicester rightly said, 14 times.
12 times, yeah.
Yeah, 12 times, and Liverpool 8. And we were, the finalists last season as well, which means that we have the experience and the strategies when it comes to playing
in the
FA Cup. No two ways about it. Liverpool are on top form. Leicester said something during the first segment that the 1-1 draw in the first Premier League match, if Klopp had or should have announced to the team that they will be leaving at the end of season, Liverpool would have won that match, and I totally disagree with Leicester.
Okay.
You understand? Because this is game of football. Everything can happen, and it is not because Liverpool also came into the party because they wanted to, win that match.
Okay.
And that time when you saw, United's team, we were worse than currently. Okay. We're not playing anything. So when you go to, the betting side, they gave United almost about 10 CDs because everybody knew it is a straight win and a humiliating result for Manchester United, because Liverpool are going to score them, but it didn't went that way. It ended in a 0-0 draw.
Yeah.
So coming to Old Trafford, I know definitely we are playing at home. The fans will come in their numbers to cheer the boys up.
Yeah.
In respective of the injury list that we have, just this week I heard, Aaron Wan-Bissaka is back to training, but as to when he will be fit to start, it is not known yet. But we are going with the list of players that we have currently. Eric Ten Hag will be able to, line up a very good team to face the Liverpool team, and at the end of 90 minutes, we will, knock them out.
Okay, all right. So there you have it. Like I told you, this is a family of passionate fans, and you can tell from our passionate Man United fan right here that he's hoping that Manchester United will knock out Liverpool from the FA Cup. It is no big deal for them. It's something they've done before, and so doing it this time around wouldn't be very difficult for them. But of course, we are also looking at a Liverpool side that is very, very high spirited, and it doesn't matter who they are coming up against, whether they are playing with their second team, their bench team, they still manage to get a result. It will be a good fixture to actually have a look at, and definitely we will want to see the result coming from there. Moving on, we'll be looking at the fixture coming up between Manchester City and Newcastle, and this one will be hosted at Etihad. We know Newcastle, who have had a very bad run at Etihad. They've not won in about 13 games or so at Etihad, and so playing this quarterfinal at Etihad, would you say is just a walkover for Manchester City?
Okay, so again, because it's a cup competition, the way you approach it is quite different. Because when you score, when you are scored, you are eliminated. When you score, you're eliminated. So the way you approach it It's quite different from the way you'd approach a regular season match.
Okay.
They can decide. Newcastle would actually go for a 4-3-3. They would normally go for a 4-3-3 formation.
Okay.
But this time around, they would try and consider a low block.
Okay.
Allowing their midfielders and their defenders to be compact around their goal area.
Okay.
And then use Isak.
Very clinical.
Yes, very clinical striker as a counter, someone they can use to play the counter with.
Okay.
Even if they get one goal, it's enough for them because it's a cup competition.
Yeah.
So the way they will approach it, the mentality is for you can't open up and play with Manchester City.
Yeah.
They will play you off the park.
Yeah.
Possession wise, passing wise, they will do everything. So they'll go in with a defensive mindset. You try as much as possible to create a low block, meaning that you don't go so far the field, up
so
the
high
field.
up the field.
Yes, you just maintain your position in and around your own goal area and be very compact, meaning that you don't allow a lot of spaces in between the balls and the players.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm sure they will go to. Then they will just go for a 1-0 win or a slim match. They will just score them one and defend.
Yeah.
So basically at the Etihad, where they have all their fans, where they are in top form.
Yeah.
Manchester City are in top form. They know how to play football.
Yeah.
If you open up yourselves to play those those passes, go all out, you'll be punished. So the mentality for Newcastle will be that to defend and just nick a goal and then eliminate them, then progress. For cup competitions, Jose Mourinho is good at that.
Yeah.
Why? Because he defends a lot. He gives you one goal and that is it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't break through. You just give you one goal, bah, and that is it.
It settles it.
And then you defend till Christ comes.
Yeah.
So that's basically what they are supposed to do for Manchester City against Newcastle. Are supposed to create a low block, be compact, and then try and nick in a goal. Otherwise, if they just go and then try and express themselves on the field, open up, it will be chaos for them. All right. So I'm expecting a straight win for Manchester City, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So Manchester City are the defending champions, and they will want to retain the trophy. And that, of course, to do that, they will have to, beat Newcastle. Newcastle actually knocked Manchester City out of the Carabao Cup this season, and so that also, gives them some boost that they can do it this time around in the FA Cup as well. Yeah. Do you think? Coming from Newcastle's game with Chelsea and the previous games and looking at their performance right now, can they do that?
All right, so thank you once again for the question. So going to Etihad against, Manchester City wouldn't be an easy game for Newcastle.
Okay.
Looking at their form this season in the Premier League, they have not been consistent in the Premier League. This man, they're losing against Chelsea, which also is a team struggling, is, a very surprising moment. So going to Etihad, I don't think, even though, as you rightly said, they knocked Man City out in the Carabao Cup, Pep Guardiola will not sit down again for the second time for Newcastle to come and score them again. And before progressing to this stage, Manchester City scored Luton Town 6-2.
Yeah.
And definitely going to Etihad, you team up a very formidable team that can score Newcastle. As Leicester said, if Newcastle should go to Etihad with the mentality that they are going to attack, open up, in fact, they will score them more than they score Luton Town.
Yeah.
They just have to, defend, make sure their goal post is blocked. Preventing the Manchester City players from entering. Definitely, Pep Guardiola would like to, start Alvarez, because this guy, when it comes to this matches like this, he's very
good. Yeah.
Top form. So, going to Etihad, Newcastle shouldn't go there with the expectation that they are going to score Manchester City a lot of goals.
Yeah.
If they get a one goal in course of the match, that is fine. They should defend, and probably if the match goes into, a penalty shootout. Penalty shootouts is everybody's game. Anybody can win. But it will be a difficult match for Newcastle.
All right. So there our pundits are predicting that it will be a very difficult game for Newcastle, as Manchester City is actually trying to pull a revenge on Newcastle, knocking them out of the Carabao Cup. And judging from Newcastle's, poor defense from their last few matches, conceding a lot of goals. They've actually conceded a lot of goals this season. That is what has actually put them where they are on the league right now. Because if you look at the goals they've scored, they should actually be somewhere up on the table. Moving on from there, we shall be looking at Chelsea versus Leicester City. And there is a history between these two teams in that in 2021, Leicester actually beat Chelsea to the trophy, and that is something that Chelsea will want to, do something about. Revenge, and to tell, Leicester that no, we are not making it happen this time. On top of that, this could be the only trophy Chelsea can win this season. And that is something that will actually save Pochettino and his, billion-pound young team. And so, going into this one, how do you think Pochettino will set up his team to face off Leicester?
Okay, so I'm definitely sure that he's going for the kill. Pochettino is just going straight for the win. Chelsea currently in their last 3-4 games, they've been decent, haven't they? Yes, they have the way they press, the way they are compact, and then they attack defense together. It's actually nice. It's just that there are lots and lots of inexperienced players in the team. Yes, and the team is now collectively gelling with the pressure from England. It's not easy coming all the way from another country to settle in England and then try and make things work. It isn't easy. So in 3-4 games, they've been okay. They've been quite decent. So they will give this Pochettino is going directly for the kill. Okay. To the memory of Yuri Telemann scoring that nice goal against them 2017-18. When was this?
2021.
21. Yeah. Like 2-3 seasons ago. Yeah. Yes, I quite remember. And it was heartbreak for all Chelsea fans. Yeah, very, long range shoot, and it was there. Yeah. So I think that will actually ginger them, propel them to actually seek for a revenge. I'm tipping Chelsea for the win because they've been in good, decent form.
And they're playing at Stamford Bridge, the home support. Yes, so decent form. So I'm going for Chelsea win, and I'm expecting them to play good football. Leicester have also been good. They are leading in the championship. In the championship, and they are favourites to actually qualify to the Premier League. They've
been good. They are a decent side. They also are decent. So we are not going to get a one-sided competition or game. We are going to have a game where both teams will be trying to attacking spells and everything. So it's going to be exciting, entertaining. But I'm going for the Chelsea win because Chelsea have been in fine form. Cole Palmer has been a revelation. I don't know whether I can say a revelation, but has been very instrumental. Yeah. Very, and if he plays, he's going to be instrumental.
Yeah, he's a danger man for Chelsea right now. Of course, if you take Cole Palmer out, then in attacking, Chelsea are more or less powerless.
Yes,
So yes. Chelsea will be looking at going through on this one. It could be their route to playing in, at least Europa League next season, because, if you are able to win the title, then you qualify automatically to play in Europa next season. So should their title race, should their EPL season not go well, and at the end of the season we have them still sitting at the 10th position or probably 9th, then a win of this trophy could actually guarantee them a slot in Europa next season. The last match will come up between Wolves and Conventry, and it's for this one, it's more or less like the low-sided teams fighting against the big guns, and whoever goes through from here, will have a very tough match in the next round, which is the semi-final. But going into this one, Wolves versus Coventry, what would be your prediction, and what do you think about the game?
All right, so thank you very much for the question. So going into this match, Coventry against Wolves, Wolves will be playing at home. Yeah. Yes, so when you look at the Premier League, anytime Wolves are playing home, they are able to score goals, win matches. They are very good playing in their home yard. So going into this match, I'll not speak much, at least a straight win for Wolves.
For Wolves.
Qualify them for the next.
Wow. All right. So this is all we have for you today, by way of the quarterfinals of the FA Cup coming up this weekend. We have 2 fixtures on Saturday and another 2 on Sunday, and at the end of it all, we'll be here to give you a post-match analysis of all the matches that went down. We are hoping that as the predictions go, we will have the top teams coming out on top. But of course, this is a tournament, and sometimes you have the lower side teams toppling the big guns and actually progressing. So we are not hoping for any, we are not tipping any surprises though, but it is football. Anything can happen, and at the end of the day, we might have a surprise or two. I don't know where it's gonna come from, whether it's going to come from the Chelsea match or the Wolves match, or but at the end of the day, it will still make it all interesting. So on this note, we'll end the show here and see you in the next one. But before we go, don't forget to subscribe. It's still the Pro Sport Analysis. Please subscribe and join the family. It's a family of passionate football fans, and we are hoping to push the game out there. So do well to subscribe, like, comment. We take all these things very seriously. So thank you, for joining us on the show today, Bruno and Leicester. And another shout out going out to our cameraman, at the back of the scenes, shooting all the videos and all of that. Kudos to you all, for the great job done. Thank you very much.